हेलो। तो मेरा नाम है ऋषिकेश और आज हम बात करेंगे गिटहब कोपायलट इंस्ट्रक्शंस पे। तो पहले आइए समझते हैं कि कोपायलट होता क्या है। तो कोपायलट एक टूल है जो आपके जो कोड जनरेशन है, राइट, उसमें मदद करेगा। तो इट विल प्रोबेबली ऑटो कंप्लीट और ऑटो सजेस्ट यू अ फ्यू लाइंस ऑफ कोड जो भी आपने लिखा है उस हिसाब से। तो इसी पे हम आज बात करेंगे जो है गिटहब कोपायलट इंस्ट्रक्शंस करके एक फ़ाइल होती है जो आपके कोड जनरेशन को बहुत ही आसान और सिक्योर बनाती है। तो आप वहाँ पे रूल्स बताते हो और वो रूल्स आपको आपके जो ये है आपके जो कोड जनरेशन है उसको बेहतरीन बनाते हैं। तो लेट्स deep dive into creating a GitHub Copilot instruction file and then see how it actually loads into your machine. Right. So as you see, we already have VS Code open. Let's dive into it. So GitHub Copilot basically stays at the .github directory. You can review the docs. I'll just paste the link. Right. So let's start by creating a .github folder. So this GitHub directory is also home to your GitHub action files or workflow files, wherein the GitHub actions or the GitHub CI actually loads or runs based on this YAML files. It is also home to your GitHub instructions, right? So let's write. I'll just copy this command to create a file. So it is nothing but you will just right touch and it gets created. So we are creating it under .github copilot instructions.md. So as you see, we already have a file created. This gray text, right, the gray text area that you see is basically the auto suggest or the auto code generation that we were talking about earlier. So if you actually have instructions files in place, this will actually make sure that your copilot understands what your standards or what your coding practices are, and then will suggest code based on those instructions, right? Instead of writing anything or giving any suggestions, it would give you customized suggestions. So let's start by creating the first instruction. Let's write a basic one, markdown files. So create markdown files only under docs directory. A basic file, a basic instruction, right? So let's ask our AI agent. We are using GPT-5 Mini to actually create one Flask endpoint and then just document the architecture. Let's see. So I've just added my prompt, that is create a Flask endpoint, which takes input and then calculates some tags and then create an architecture flow for it. Let's see. Probably it would take some time because GPT-5 Mini actually creates a to-do file and then works as per the to-do actions that it planned earlier. So it's just basically creating a Flask application. You can also add instructions like use only fast API. So whenever it tries to create any endpoint or you want to write any application or microservice, it will only use fast API and not Flask, because we explicitly mention in the instruction file. So let's wait for a couple of seconds till it completes its working. I'll fast forward this. Right. So you see, it created app, it created requirements, and then it created, and now it is showing what files it created and what are the key features and everything. Just hit on keep and let's see. Now you can see the docs directory, which was not existing earlier, is created, and we have the architecture flow and diagram of that. So this is how you can optimize, because if you are familiar with other agents like Claude creates a lot of MD files on every feature, on every request. So you can just push it to the docs directly whenever they are created. So it will actually save keep your code structured, and you have a lot of prioritization and sanitization on your work when it is kept clean. That's all. Thanks. Do follow.